Hello, friends. Before we get to our bite-sized dice roll twice told story today, we'd like to take a moment to showcase another fantastic podcast out there that's been inspiring us over here at DiceSized. If you're craving atmospheric horror-tinged storytelling with a modern twist, check out Black Flare, an actual play that uses Delta Green to tell Lovecraftian and X-Files style stories. Or if you're just looking to roll your dice like a secret agent, they've just released the Sat Dice D9 500. So settle in while I cast a 7th level pod shift spell and take a listen. Then we'll be on with our show.
There's a new dice roller on the market, the Sat Dice. We've been hard at work designing a brand new electronic dice roller styled as a miniature facsimile of a 90s era satellite phone, complete with a functional light-up numpad and 1-inch OLED display. We've programmed it to handle pretty much any dice rolling you might encounter, such as simultaneously rolling multiple dice, multiple types of dice, positive and negative modifiers, crits, and more. If you can type it in, the Sat Dice can roll it, and even save it as a preset. AAA batteries are included, so what are you waiting for? Check out the Sat Dice at blackflarepod.com or find it on our Etsy.
Hip, hip, and hello, friend. Welcome to the Dice Side. This is me, not your DM right now, but I will be very shortly. However, right now, we are doing a little session 0. So just your friend for now, Robert Whitehead. And with me, as always, is my lovely table of friends and family. We have George.
Hey, it's G. Excited to play a little different timeline today. Can I say that?
Yeah. You feel free to introduce yourself as the character you're playing today as well.
Oh, all right. You can call me Ez. I'm Ezereza Odd. I am very excited to play a character that is a higher level than I have experienced in a while.
Level 14 today, we are going to be flashing back into Cassie's mother's past, with, of course, touches of Cassi throughout, I'm sure. But before we get to the details of fully what we're doing, why don't we introduce the rest of our table? That is going to be Maya.
Hey, it's Maya. You can call me Maya. And today I will be slowing it down a bit. And I'll be playing Ozrien Everi.
We love it. Somehow the name with the voice, they work together, and to the point where I'm like, will I be listening to you talk forever? Maybe.
Probably.
But
because he takes his time.
Moving on. That is my lovely and beautiful wife, who today is all about Savannah.
Sav here. Today I will be playing Soraya Serein, otherwise known as the Wizard Luck. And as you may know her, dearest listener, as Cassie's mother.
Yes, the goddess sign, as she is in our main timeline, but as she was then, Soraya Serein, the Wizard of Luck. Welcome to the table, my 3 wizards.
Wizard.
Did we just come in magic?
Oh. Is that why I'm sticky? I'm so confused.
You'll never know, listeners.
I don't want to.
You can guess.
I don't want to poison us with that. Oh, Jesus.
We are going to have a 3-way at some point in this flashback.
Wait, what?
Whoa. Oh, was that not consented?
Threads are going wild.
How do you prepare for your sessions?
I was considering the title The Wizards 3 for this flashback, but I think we're going to go for The Potential of Luck. Luck has been pretty centric to the campaign and centric to Cassie's story.
You could say.
We got to figure out what happened way back when with those 3 wizards. And this little bit here is going to be a session 0 where we talk about the massive amount of character options you have as a level 14 wizard and what you guys picked. And without further ado, let's get some rolls in, y'all. Whoever rolls highest will chat first about the character build out that they made up.
Do we add our initiative or?
We'll go raw here.
17.
9.
10.
Oh, geez.
So, Soraya, why don't you kick us off with how just the character creation process went? I fleshed out these characters kind of, but you guys had to make choices such as spells, character features. I feel like I handed you keys to a car and then asked you to pimp it out further.
Ugh, my dream.
Yeah. How did it go?
Building out the rest of Soraya was extremely fun, especially because it's been a long time, aka never, that I've built a level 14 wizard specifically, which was really intense. It was a wonderful blessing and curse to be looking at chosen spells 0 of 18 and have to really crawl through this incredible list that you designed for each of us specifically to choose spells from.
Thank you. I did try to curate those thematically for our Wizard's Wish Luck in Time here.
Yeah, all the ones I had to choose from felt so either tangentially related to Cassi and what we've grown to know of her, or just to Soraya's life in general and what we're going to end up shaping. It's just really exciting to look through these spells and some of the feats and comprehend what a different level, obviously a character level, but also like it's a different kind of caliber of story.
Totally.
Where you're able to make changes and shifts to time and space and concepts, and the magic just feels so much more intense, which is a really exciting place to be kicking off this flashback from.
Yeah, I forget the exact level, but the DM's guide has levels of like the notoriety and fame and level of adventure you should be taking on. I think level 14 is at least regional, if not worldwide problem.
Mm-hmm.
And your character sheets all seem well equipped for it. Thank you, by the way, I think you complimented my
I did.
spell.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Curating those lists of spells for us each to look through.
Thank you. Yeah, those were really, really fun. And I think, like you said, I'm excited for moments that we'll see reflections of Cassi or reflections of even Raya, who we know in the campaign now, not to be mistaken with Soraya, who sits in front of me now. Any like absolute highlight points that you are just super excited to use?
Besides my plus 15 to Arcana?
Oh, fuck. God, it's so hard to balance for high level adventures, guys.
Yeah. I only have one 7th level spell slot, but I did choose quite a few and I have access to quite a few 7th level spells. And I don't want to give too much away. I'm just excited to see if and when the opportunity presents itself, like which of these spells I'm going to be choosing when the pressure is really on. There's some really, I mean, it all ties back to like how well you curated these lists.
Thank
because
you.
Each of these highest level spells are so connected to like the soul of this character and what I think our listeners are going to be able to expect of them. And they tie in so well with the story in general. So
thank you.
I love that at these high levels, each spell cast helps really tell the story. Whereas sometimes at lower levels, it's sort of like fun flavor, fun spell. But this is like transformational moments in these characters' lives when they're casting 7th level spells.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. I've always taken the stance as a DM that the mechanics really support role play, and that's really only if you allow that to be so. And it sounds like you're ready to flavor every single one of those, arguably overpowered for what I'm prepared to balance. But you guys are a great table, and I trust you guys with the keys to any character sheet.
You're so brave.
And just before we cut over to G, one final thing. What is the subclass that you'll be using for the Wizard Luck?
Yeah, Soraya's subclass is Diviner.
Awesome. Can't wait to see that. We love those portent rolls.
Me too.
Divination is absolutely one of my favorite schools for the wizard. How can it not be? You're literally seeing the future. But moving into the future moment by moment as we do, that's a little bit about luck for now. And let's hear next about our Wizard Wish.
Yeah, I get to play Ezereza Odd as being the nickname here. I'm still working on the voice, so you might hear that in the episode further. But subclass for the Wizard Noble Jin that I will be playing is Abjurer.
Nice.
My study of magic is focused on spells that block, banish, or protect, ending harmful effects, banishing evil influences, and protecting the weak. Honestly, trying to make this wizard as familiar as possible because I'm terrified to play a wizard.
Level 14 wizard is a lot. I don't blame you.
But it was a really cool experience to go through all of the different abilities that you can do just with magic, and terrifying to have such a low AC.
Yeah, hopefully, you have the time to cast mage armor and shield. Don't use that reaction on an opportunity attack. That's what I'm telling you right now. Unless you've cast...
But yeah, I had honestly, the 7th level spell list was really cool to go through. Honestly, the last 2 that I picked, because I always save the best for last, I think. And I chose Whirlwind for my 7th level spell. Very excited to see what happens in roleplay mainly with that one.
Very excited that you, having recently in the main feed as Parable, accepted your Genie Jin half inside to see you play a wizard that is stat block wise Earth Genasi, but our flavor in this world wise, Noble Jin and Silver Blooded, just like Parable has found himself to be. However, it seems like the Wizard Wish may have accepted that piece of himself much earlier in life and taken that on.
I am 100% projecting and pretending I'm a Tem. I'm like getting some main feed feels out of feeling that, Parable wants to be full Jin in some space of himself for sure.
Yeah. Well, before we move on to Maya, any last things you want to just highlights for your character, things that you're excited to use or other things you found exciting about the character build process?
Honestly, how opening of the mind it was for seeing some of the abilities I have and where the role play is going to go.
Oh, cool.
Just that sparking element of being a Jin with this much magic access with no idea what's going to happen in the story.
Hell yeah. Roleplay coming from mechanics. It's my favorite thing. I cannot wait to see the way that you guys flavor some of these high level abilities. And the person who has high level abilities already in life, Maya, tell me about what you're rocking as Ozrien Everi.
Ozrien Everi.
Oh, I did not say it's nearly slow enough.
Will that slow stick around? We'll see. I don't know. Will Maya's brain be able to slow down that much? It's a challenge. I am obsessed with this concept. And I'm going to tell you why. It is Cassie's flashback in theory. Right. It is Cassie's. It is her mother, but also it's a great chance for all of us to dig into our character's past a little bit too. It's been really fun through picking 18 spells, thinking about how time will eventually end up as Anulise's patron.
Yeah.
And that was very fun for me to think about while choosing spells. His subclass is, oh God, light bless me, Chronergy. Chronergy.
Yes.
Chronergy magic.
Yes. Which is actually a homebrew, not necessarily homebrew, a expanded content class from Critical Role's source material, which is exciting, kind of overpowered, but I'm excited to see it at my table because I reserve the DM right to say, no, stop it. You're making me cry as a DM. So.
I think it'll be sprinkled in his chronomancy. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think it's a chronergy class, but I like chronomancy preferably as a term. So
yeah, because he can manipulate time and alter the pace of reality to their liking. Will he do it on purpose? We'll find out. But it is very fun. And some of the things I was really excited about picking was that in my spell list that Rob curated for each of us to pick from, mine included some infernal magic, which I had fun kind of playing with how I would bring that out in role play. And I also did a lot of leadership-esque charisma performance because at some point in Time's life, he'll acquire a following.
Fool enough people.
A following. You keep saying it. And it was really fun to play with that. And I'm really excited to dig into it and fuck it up, respectfully. Yeah, just how it's all going to come into play.
I cannot wait to see how you do so. I planned for 3 parts, but with 3 level 14 wizards, hopefully this doesn't get out of hand.
It will most definitely get out of hand.
It will most definitely get out of hand.
But you can rein us in.
I will do my darndest.
It is very cool that you have connection to one of these characters as you've already talked to one of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've heard something in your pocket.
Yeah, it's so fun that we have that connection.
I think it's fun to think about too, Time being a humanoid wizard with an elf and a genasi and just like what that will do to his ego. I don't know. We'll see.
Just a regular old human guy.
Yeah.
He's going to give bottom button bro energy.
He might.
Why is bottom button bro?
Self-described wise.
And we have gotten a very small sneak peek at this trio in one of our flashbacks, Parable's flashback. But if you're not on the Patreon, you might not have listened to that. However, it's also not entirely relevant to the story because that's where our flashback will end. Where our flashback begins today is much, much further back. More than 150 years ago to most, but with the Great Wishing in between, that's nebulous. However, we do know the year, which is 713 AA. The Age of Atlas. For it is not the lands apart just yet. The Great Wishing hasn't happened. It is Atlas, the name of the world that was before the lands apart, a world that had seen many breakings. We are starting more than 150 years ago and even before the Great Wishing, and we'll see the Wizards 3 rise in reputation and truly become something special.
And meet.
And hopefully we'll find out what it was like for Soraya to make decisions to leave Cassi and see what happened with the Great Wishing. How did you guys deal with it? Yeah, I have plans to introduce these things to you guys, but it's how you guys react that will make the story.
So cool that as players through this series, through this flashback series, we're going to get a glimpse of what happened the first time things fell apart in this way. And now as characters during the present time of the main feed, like we're experiencing something similar.
Yeah. Yeah. Wistful fates for Pete. Am I right? Or am I right? And towards your earlier point with just being like able to weave things into the main feed that we've talked about, I've got some Easter eggs that would be popping in and out, but more than anything, I'm excited to see what you guys plant for yourselves, because there's a lot of things that if you get there first, then I don't get to, if you insert the cannon before I do, then that's where it came from.
It's a cannon race. I love a cannon race.
We decided on a different name for Easter eggs. What was it?
Ether
eggs.
Ether eggs. Yes. So many Ether eggs ahead, but I think that right there is probably a good point to cut it. This is a little tasty teaser before we drop right into it. So any last notes that you guys want to make about your characters?
I have a lamp of holding, and it is my house.
And nobody can take it from me.
No one can take it from me.
With holding a finger up and this is how it must be.
How does one knock on the door?
You rub the lamp.
Yep.
But if one were to tap on it like a fish tank,
we don't
is
answer
it
the
too
tappers.
loud?
Yeah, we don't answer the tappers
Because you're just too overstimulated.
Yeah, no, it's just you don't tap on the fish tank.
Yeah.
Like just imagine being in that lamp and hearing a tap.
Yeah. Only gentle caresses here.
Yeah, gentle caresses. Yeah.
A good boundary.
I want to hear the resonant frequency of the lamp.
I want to be soothed out of my home.
I'm excited to drop into this adventure, which will be beginning in a world that has continent names and town names and civilization and things. I'm so excited. This is like the most D&D I've played in a while. So Wizards, D&D, I'm ready.
But no pressure to remember it all.
No pressure to remember it all. It's all Ether eggs, baby. And with that, I think that's a good time to close our time at the Dice Side. Thank you for joining us, Dice Siders. Go out there and be twice kinder. That's what we say to people on the Patreon because we want the world to be a kinder, better place.
Dice.